Hello and welcome to the River Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight, reviewing Leffe. It's Hiver Winter Beer. Bier. 6.6%, so we're in a good territory there. Paid about £4 for the bottle. Get a clean glass. Yes. Yeah, around about £4 I think for the bottle, somewhere along them lines. From Beers of Europe, first beer from them. Wanted winter beers. Sick of the shop not doing no winter beers. I thought, sod it. I seen the Beers of Europe Christmas box set, UK box set. They do a Belgian one as well, so that's interesting to know. Although it was out of stock when I actually went online the other day. Whether it's back in, no idea. This, I don't think this was actually in the bottles of that box set. So let's get drinking. In fact, let me get a different glass because that's a branded glass, and the one I can drink out of is only branded on one side, so it looks better. I'm off now for 5 days, like a little holiday. So I need to get in here sorted. It's a bit of a mess. I need to go through all my beers and behind me and do a bit of stock take. Well, not stock take, check the flipping dates. Never learned, do I? So, straight away, it's got a typical Belgian beer taste to it. Is it the esters and all that, what they talk about? They talk about it, I ain't got a clue what esters are, so it's no use me talking about it. Caramel, definitely, straight away. Yeah, it does say caramel on the back as well. Notes, spices and caramel, and that's about all I can make out. So, plonk in there, Christmas tree in the background, Christmas beer. So, quite a dark pour. I would say mahogany colouring pour, big white head, as you noticed. It's spewing over the glass. Oh, 5 days off. You know, sometimes it's just nice to have some time off and a good bit of time off. We've taught my daughter out of doing any decorating before Christmas. Silly time to start decorating in November. So, after Christmas now, decorating. I don't mind going up after Christmas and helping and doing a bit of painting. But before Christmas, no. And I want to get in here sorted out, have a good go through all the beers, do a bit of a shuffle around with the drawer, see what's coming to being out of date or actually out of date, do a sort out, and yeah, get it looking all right. Obviously, I'm now in Christmas beer season, so my predominance over the next 6 weeks is going to be quite a few Christmas beers, 2 advent calendars to go through with a multitude, hopefully, of Christmas beers, and so, you know, trying to sneak the extra review in, that's going to be interesting. Obviously, there's so much you can review at any one time. Oh, that's nice. Good strength to it. Typical Belgian Abbey taste. You know, and Belgian beers, so we've got that similar sort of taste. I did speak about this last night when I drank a draft Belgian beer last night, and they have got that similar taste to it. Now, somebody on the comments says over in Ireland next week they're bringing out a 12 mixed box set for Have a Little or Loud. I didn't catch the comment properly. And it's got some right good beers in it. Now, hopefully that'll make its way to England. Obviously, not all, it doesn't always translate that these things do. But it sounds amazing, the box set. some really, really, really interesting beers. And might be the fact if it comes out here, get my wife to pick me one up. But yeah, hopefully that does. I mean, I obviously know the winter beers are coming out this Friday. Salted caramel liqueur for Christmas is coming out. I'm not really fan of these salted caramel. Is it a curious thing that Bailey's are doing salted caramel, and then all of a sudden, Lidl are doing a salted caramel? Does beg the question: do the same people make the liqueurs? Because they are very, very close in taste. Aldi's Ballycastle range are bringing out a white chocolate cream liqueur. Now, they used to do white chocolate liqueur years ago, only about £4 or £5 a bottle back then, and it was really nice. So I'm going to get a bottle of it. And I need to really start thinking about not buying any more beers and actually putting money to one side, ready for anything interesting coming out on the run up to Christmas. Because you'll guarantee there's always something very interesting comes out. And obviously there's only so much money you can spend on beers. I've got to try and catch up with reviewing. So at some stage I need to put a lid on it. But with the amount I've got, I can certainly put a lid on it for a month or two, you know. But it used to be the thing that not that many beers come out, but nowadays it seems to be the thing that beers are coming out at such a rate of knots. I mean, apparently there's an Imperial Stout coming to Tesco's this week, in another comment. So it does make you wonder. It does make you wonder, you know. Obviously, it's all generates sales, doesn't it? Newbies, especially amongst the beer reviewers, because they all want to get the first beer review in. But you know, just because you're first doesn't mean you're the best, does it? At anything. So enjoyable beer. Yeah, noises outside, and obviously it's dark this time of night. It's like 7 in the evening or something along them lines. And yeah, noises outside, and it's like, it freaks me out. I don't do well with noises as it is anyway. So so anyway, Merry Christmas. I do love me Christmas beers. And not that you can actually see the name of it. There we go. That's better, isn't it? It'll be in a smaller bottle. So a very different Leffe bottle, really. You know, 330ml. You don't get a lot of Leffe 330s. Most of them are 750ml. And there are some good Leffe beers out there. Funny, the first time I drank Leffe, I thought it tasted like a cigarette ends, and I didn't like it at all. Nowadays, absolutely love it. And this is where your taste buds change and develop over the years. So, whereas there's beers that you might hate years ago, I sometimes think it's worth going back and trying them again. Obviously, don't buy a crate, just buy one. But yeah, trying again and see how you go. I mean, at one stage, didn't like McEwen's Champion Ale. I certainly didn't like Hogarden, Duvel, the Leffes. But now, you know, a couple of them are in my top beers that I actually really, really like. So it's amazing how your taste buds change. Wheat beers, I used to hate wheat beers. Nowadays, I can stomach them, and I like the taste that I get from them. Obviously, I do like the stronger beers. I do. I like the taste. And some of the complexities in the strong beers are amazing. Yeah. Like this, yes, it's all about the alcohol. 6.6% is a good alcohol rush. But it is a great tasting beer as well. And with it being mild at the moment, it's lovely to, you know, review Christmas beer in the warm. I mean, I am hoping to get the old gas fire sorted out, because it's better to do reviews down here. I can talk willy-nilly and I ain't got somebody in the background wanting to go to the toilet, usually for a poo. Yeah, so it's not good. It spoils your flow. At least down here in the beer room, it's my room, it's out of the way, it's furthest away from the house that you can be, and it's furthest away from all my neighbours' houses, because we all pretty much back onto each other's. I live in a paupers area. Well, not too poor, but, you know, there are worse areas in Nottingham by a long shot, but certainly not in the rich area. And although if you looked at my garden at times, you'd wonder, you'd think, bloody hell, they've got some money, you know, hot tub room, bloody beer room and decking and that, but we haven't, you know. I'm just good at gardening, I'm good at woodwork, to a point. So, yeah, brilliant. Definitely looking at doing a live a live beer chat this weekend. I actually did last night. Bloody hell, I had some gut rot this morning because of it. And if you're watching this review for the first time, my reviews are always a review of the product in hand, but there's always talking about what's on offer. It's most of the reviews are like a virtual pub thing, and if you watch one review after the other, it's like a series, and you'll understand certain aspects of where I'm coming from, and yeah, it's interesting, you know. Well, it can be, you know, depends what you like. So that's my American oak aged rum ale. I won't go too about it too much, but it's solid, it's drinkable. I drank 2.5 pints last night, and oh bloody hell, it was amazing, and I was as gassy as hell at work today. By heck, flipping heck. And still a bit gassy now because of it. Jesus Christ. Yeah. But anyway, back to the beer. So, totally enjoying this. You know, that unmistakable Belgian ale taste that you get. And across all the Belgian beers that I've ever tasted, they've all got that similar sort of taste. Obviously, there's variations of it, stronger, different flavours, but there's a distinctive taste that they seem to mirror in all these beers. And unlike British beers, which are quite different, you know, the Belgian Abbey ones seem to be the same basic ingredients and then, you know, flung off in different directions, but you can tell it's a Belgian beer. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I've not really drank lots and lots of Belgian beers, but the ones that I've tasted, you can tell. But that's not to say they aren't great beers, you know. So, thoroughly enjoyable winter beer. So great to get new winter beers. And I do thank Beers of Europe for being so quick. I looked on their site on Saturday. I think it was Saturday when I did the order. Yeah, it was. Because I'd done the old ladies in the old man's garden, and I had 50 quid knocking about, and I thought, and I googled about. I think I googled it before I went to the gardens. I googled Christmas beers, and it came up with this Christmas beer box set at Beers of Europe, and I thought, oh, let's go and have a look, see what they've got. And they had St. Peter's Christmas Ale, which is an amazing Christmas beer, absolutely top notch, one of the best Christmas beers you'll ever taste. It's got strength, you know, it's the full package. It's definitely getting a re-review because of the fact that I want to re-review it, you know, get the second review in, see how it goes, maybe even a third review before Christmas, because I have got another bottle. But thinking, how many reviews of the same beer do you need to do, I suppose? Yeah, but and Milestone's Brewery, Donner and Blitzen, you know, it's Milestone. They do a lot of their own Christmas beers. I had 6 of theirs last year, 6 Christmas beers, and it's that time of the year. Into you know, we've had the roughest of years with COVID, and the strange thing is that, and never really went out a lot to the pubs anyway, and certainly not in the last 2 years where friends have disappeared that were our friends, and people have moved on, as people do, and our social life hasn't been the social life that we did. Money as well, you know, if you're not flush with money, you can't afford to go out, you know, to go out downtown on a normal Saturday or Friday night, 2 of you, you're looking at £100 for 2 minimum. You know, you start going to these pubs and you start drinking, you can get through money quite quickly. You get something to eat, you know, £100 don't go far. And I've got friends who spend that every week, and you think to yourself, you've got some spare money. Well, we haven't, you know. I'm as brutally honest as I can be. I ain't got the money, can't do it, can't afford it, won't go. Whatever, take money out of the, you know, the bill money to go and pay. You know, a lot of some of my friends are on very, very decent money for what they do, and fair play to them. You know, gardening has been devalued over the years, ridiculously, but yet in gardening there are those that think they can, and those that certainly bloody can't. Just because you can mow and cut a hedge does not make you a gardener in any way, shape or form. But you know, but that's what devalues it. And I charge a certain amount per hour for what I do, and I think that's fair. And other people might charge even more, but they ain't got the knowledge that I've got, or the love, you know, the love of it. But anyway, we've gone on a bit too long here tonight. This has been one of them reviews. So yeah, looking to get the beer room ship shape, and you know, it may be the next project to bring the beer wall round and put the barrels, you know, incorporate all my 3 barrels into the beer wall somehow. And internet's going off. Stupid bloody internet. Oh, let me turn the internet back on. It's going to die. Bloody thing. That's better. So I'm sitting here thinking that why is that 15% just flashed up, and it usually dies at just after 15%, and the internet, I've not plugged it in. No wonder. Wazok is a word for myself. So yeah, a lovely Belgian winter / Christmas themed beer, and you know, it's that time of the year to enjoy the Christmassy stuff. You know, it's been a year. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't put your Christmas tree up. Sodom. My Christmas trees are up. All my decorations are up. Everything's out, including the one there in the background. And I'm going to enjoy Christmas. And looking forward to the new year. Looking forward to seeing how the channel goes. And looking forward to doing beer reviews and beer tours. You know, brewery tours rather. And get into some of these shops. Beers of Europe has got an amazing shop. I looked online, you know, nosy bleeder that I am. And yes, their range of beers is staggering, and they're a family-owned business, and that is what I like. I'd rather give my money to decent businesses that are family orientated than just pure profit monsters. Obviously, people need to make money. That's the given. But doing it the right way, that's also a good thing. So anyway, back to the beer. Out of 5 then, for me, a very good winter beer. The Belgian winter beer. Oh, I bet this is in the Belgian Christmas beer set. I won't be surprised. Out of 5, 4.54 out of 5. Very nice. And well worth paying the Spondulix to get. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.